Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Jack Sprat. It's now Tuesday the 30th of December, which means Christmas has been and gone for another year. I hope you've all had a great one. I know I did. It was a really good year. Yeah, it was nice to just take a few days off, relax, sit back, and just enjoy life for what it was. So now, I've just done all my vehicle checks. Let me start again. I'm at work, and I've checked in, got my keys, done my checks, tacos in. I've just found on the sat nav exactly where I'm going. So now, I haven't signed it off. So in just a short second, I will be heading off to find my trailer. Get my seat right. Have the bouncy on. Steering wheel out. You know what? The last couple of days I've been driving a Scania, and it is so much nicer. They're just much more enjoyable to drive. Right, here we go then. Pop the hazards on. I drove a Scania last week. Was it last week? Before I broke up anyway. And for some reason the truck just felt so quick. I was literally overtaking everyone. What bay am I in? Bay 5. Bay 5 is just here. Yeah, so the one I had the other day was literally just so quick. Like when I was looking at my sat nav, literally it was showing on obviously on the GPS sat nav that I was doing 57. Like throughout the whole day, where normally my sat nav only tells me I'm doing 55. Right. Air up, because I don't think I'm touching. Right, that'll do. Right, time to hook up. So what you see me do now is called a split coupling, where the trailer's not actually attached by the kingpin just yet. I need that one first. And then that one. And then that one. And then the last airline. And now I can reverse all the way under. There we go. Rapid speed. Well, I finally made it. Made it in good time, to be fair, hour and 45. It's another Lidl, so that means it's going to be a self-tip when I eventually get a bay number. So it's all self-checking. You basically do, the staff here do absolutely jack shit. So the machine's outside, you check in, then you have to put your phone number in, then it sends you a text authorization code just to make sure that you've put the right number in. And then you got to go take your paperwork into the office, and they say, right, we'll text you when we've got a bay number for you. So now it's just a waiting game of sitting and waiting to see what happens. So, oh bloody hell! So on the way up, oh bloody hell, 857858. Bay 41, which is just there. Bloody hell, I'm surprised I got a bay this quick, to be fair. But I just want to have a quick look over the last live I've got. Yeah, there's quite a lot of comments that that I was just looking through. So I'm going to go get on a bay and then get tipped so I can get down to the next place, because where I'm going is where I was sat for 4.5 hours, which the video has now gone live, went live yesterday. So that video, I'm pretty sure it's that one, is now gone live on YouTube, ready for you to watch. By the time you see this, it's probably going to be like 2 weeks later, but yeah, let's get unloaded.
Just trying to lose you now. Yeah, it was an illusion now. Yeah, I just wanna see you out. To give it up, leaving all your texts on red with the games you left now. Give it up, sick of all the things you said getting in my head now. So I don't wanna know, I don't wanna know where you go. I don't wanna know. Yeah, it was an illusion now.
And just like that, the delivery is done. But I can't leave yet. And I will tell you in just a second. Let me just quickly shut these doors. So basically, I can't leave yet because I've now got to come off the bay, park up, and wait for a text message, which is from what I was saying earlier. They text you with a bay number to go on to, etc. And yeah, so now I've unloaded. I've now got to sit and wait for them to text me to say my paperwork is ready for collection. How shit is that, eh? Right, I'm going to go in this space here. And just like that, we're in. That would have actually been a fucking sick reversing clip, but I don't know his speed in first time. And now I've just got to sit here and wait. So, windows up, hazards off, in neutral, engine off, and take a break. Because all I can do now is sit and wait patiently. So I'm gonna probably sit on the bed for half hour and just see what's going on the world of social media today. That's delivery number one, done, dusted, out of the way. Now we're on to our collection, which is our final stop of the day. Now, I'm hoping the unloading video turns out a bit better than I'm thinking it's going to be, because obviously I could only place the camera in one corner, so it was out my way. I didn't run over it with the pallet truck. And now with that electric pallet truck, it had a bit of a mind of its own. you'd let go of the toggle and it was still going for a few seconds. And yeah, it was just really weird to use, but I've used them a couple of times now. I've been to a few places where you have to unload yourself, and using them, it's alright, because as soon as you get on the bay, you know you're going to be unloaded quite quickly. Whereas before, like yesterday, I didn't vlog yesterday, but like yesterday I was sat on a bay, and it felt like they was doing 2 pallets every 20 minutes. You'd hear them come on with the pallet truck, you'd hear them go dunk, 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 take the pallet off, come back on, pick a pallet up, take it off. And then you'd feel nothing for 20 minutes. And then you'd feel the same again, take a couple pallets off. So, yeah, at least I was able to get in, unload all 23 pallets I had, put them in the warehouse in a line. And then once you do that, you've then got to take your truck off the bay, park up, sit and wait, as you've seen. So now I was there 45 minutes, 50 minutes, wasn't too long, and yeah, paperwork was done. I don't know what the process is, if they've got any rejected pallets, because that's never happened to me yet whilst doing the self-unloading process. I take it they tell you to go back on a bay so you can load whatever pallets they're refusing back on. I don't know how it would work, but maybe one day we'll find out. Hopefully we don't. It's just one of them things. But now we're on the way. I'm back on the M18 now. We're gonna head down to our next, or our final stop of the day, which is Chesterfield, which there's a video I've just uploaded to YouTube now. It would have come out yesterday, and by this time you're seeing this, it's probably 2 weeks ago. And it's titled "The Real Life as a Trucker Stuck on a Bay for Hours." So make sure you go back, find that video if you haven't watched it already, and just see what happened in that video. I was stuck at this same place I'm going to right now for 4.5 hours waiting to be loaded. So I'm hoping it's not the same sort of thing, but at the end of the day, I'm not too bothered if it is, because I'm going to go into the services that's just before my junction. I'm going to grab some food, and I'm just going to basically sit on the bed again, chill out, put it on another break maybe, or put it on POA, period of availability, and yeah, just sit and chill. I've got a few videos that I want to watch on YouTube, and I also got this series that I want to watch, I want to catch up on, but it means me subscribing to it, and at the minute I'm trying to keep all my payments minimal. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do and just sit, chill, put my feet up, and they'll load me when they load me. It's one of them, innit? Not much I can do. But even, I mean, I'm going to be there at 9:10. If you had the quick stop in the service, let's say 9:15, be there at 9:20. 4 hours from there, it's going to be 12 o'clock. So by the time I get back to base, it's going to be 2:30. You know, so I think that's still a good day, because I'm going to have to go fuel up as well. So I'd even say more closer to 2 o'clock, because it's only an hour and 35, hour and 40 back from this place in Chesterfield. So it's a nice easy day, just depending on how long they want to keep me on site for. I think I might just get a contract of employment here at this point, because the amount of time I've spent on this site, it's just crazy. What are you doing? There's a wide load overtaking in the middle lane. Are you going to let me out, mate? Thank you very much. There's a wide load now overtaking a car transporter. He's not massively wide, he's only the he's basically as wide as a lane, but still need to give him a bit of an extra space, extra wide berth. Right, so I've been sat here for 2 for 2 hours. It's now 11:15, and I've been sat here for 2 hours, like waiting to get loaded. And basically, I felt something happen with the trailer pretty much straight away. And about 10 to 10, 5 to 10, something like that, basically it all just stopped. So I thought, oh, maybe they've loaded me already. I thought nearly 45 minutes on site, that's not bad. So I was sat there waiting and waiting and waiting, and the light wasn't changing, so I was like, right, okay, I'll leave it another half hour. And then nothing had happened, so I thought, right, I'll leave it another half hour. And I went out, checked in the chute, my keys were back down, and I thought, well, hang on, something's not right here. I'm going to go speak to the office. I'll go speak in the office and see what's going on, because literally nothing's happened with the trailer. I've felt nothing for like the last hour and a half, hour and a quarter. And literally just as I was sat here, I just thought, right, I'll have a drink. My mouth's a little bit dry. Just was reading one of the emails I had. And just as I was about to get back out the cab to go to the office, my light turned green. So I wonder if me messing about with the keys made them bloody think, oh, well, why is he still sat there? So God knows, but time to get time to get the door shut and let's get out of here.
Paperwork?
Is it in the trailer?
No. Control office. My colleague not at you? You've been before?
I've been here before, but I've never actually done a collection. I've always done deliveries here.
Oh, right.
So.
Chocolate paperwork is on gate.
Okay.
So no gate house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Trailer here and go.
Is that all right? Yeah.
No, all right. You must go to house.
Yes, I know that, but I'm saying, is it all right to leave the truck here?
Yeah. Yeah, I talk about you think about trailer.
All right, mate. Well, that was exciting. So obviously, as you would have heard then, I was speaking to the gatehouse and they said, no, you've got to go into the men's centrals hub and get all your paperwork from there. And I'm like, I'm sure that wasn't how I done it last time. I'm sure I got my paperwork from the gatehouse, but I might have been wrong. It's been a few weeks and I've been to many places since then. Might even have been before Poland, I don't know, or it might have been just after I got back from Poland, one or the other. And it's hard to keep track of all these places. Being an agency driver as well, you go to all these different places, all these different companies you work for, and it's just like trying to remember who does it in what order. So obviously I do a lot of work for Great Bear in Minworth. There's 2 sites to them, and both sites, no, the one site I get paperwork from the gatehouse, the one site I get paperwork when they give you the pack with the keys and check sheet and everything like that. So that's nice and easy. But then I've also been to a Great Bear in Sheffield, which I'm sure gives you the paperwork at the gatehouse again. So it's like, what do I do here? And I can't remember, but now I know. And I made it sound like I haven't done any delivery, any collections from here. I have, obviously, but it's been that long ago, I didn't want to sound like an absolute tool. So I just made it sound like it was the first time I was ever collecting something from here. And I normally only do deliveries. So yeah, that got me out of a bit of a shit one. And yeah, I think I don't think the guy was coming across as an arse, but he was coming across as a bit of an arse. I don't know if it was just the way he spoke and the accent he was speaking in, but yeah, that's what was happening. So as you can probably see in the clip, I bit back just a little bit to kind of correct him. But yeah, all was good. We had a laugh about it. And as I went into the central operations hub, they said, "What have you been doing? It's been ready for an hour and a half." I went, "Well, my light's only just turned green, mate." I said, "I've been sat there staring at it for the last hour and a half, pretty much." And he was like, "What?" I went, "I've been sat there for an hour and a half watching it to make sure that I'm not tripping out and it's not going green and then going back red." I thought, oh, maybe they've still got stuff to do. Maybe they've not had it picked yet. Maybe they've only picked half the order because I'm not booked in till 2. I said, I didn't really know what to think. So I sat there. Half hour later, I thought, right, you know what? I'm going to go and see what's going on. And told them as I was just about to get out the truck to come and see them, seeing what was going on. The light turned green, so yeah, here I am. I can literally talk for England. So I've just made a clip explaining what I'm going to do in the future of my channel. And the clip was 5.5 minutes long. So I'm not going to put that one in. Unless this one ends up being 10 minutes long, then obviously I will. But I'm going to tell you about the future plans of my channel and what I'm planning to do with my footage, etc. over the time. So as you might have seen, if you're new to the channel and you've had a look through, you would have seen that I've been uploading quite regularly. There was a couple of weeks ago where I was uploading videos every day for 7 days a week. That lasted for 2 or 3 weeks. And of course, it was quite time consuming, editing, re-uploading, etc. So yeah, I'm not going to continue doing 7 days a week, 6 days a week, or 5 days a week. I'm just going to stick to 3 days a week: Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. The upload times may vary because I'm just trying to figure out when the best time is to upload. So there's a couple of videos going out this week that I've uploaded and they're now being uploaded for 5 o'clock. They're going live at 5. Last week or the week before, I had some videos going up at 6:30. So I'm just trying to find that sweet spot of where I feel comfortable and where it's getting the most attraction from, and where YouTube's doing its job and kicking the algorithm up for it. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. The reason I was uploading 7 days a week is because I've kind of lost interest out of my old YouTube channel, which was called Vlogistic Vibes. I was uploading it up there for a little while and then I kind of lost love for it. Didn't feel like it was my channel. It just felt like a rushed name and a rushed channel. So that's not what I wanted. So I kind of lost love, stepped back for a little while, found myself again and created something new. I still had footage on a hard drive that I managed to download onto my computer, re-edit, re-upload to this channel. There are some videos that got lost in the process. That's not an issue. I've managed to save majority, so that's fine. I've uploaded all of them. That's why I had so many videos to upload all in one go. Where am I going here? This one. So that's where I'm going with that, and that's why I was uploading 7 days a week, because I just wanted to get the old videos out so I could get up to date with the new videos. So now I'm up to date, all but a couple of videos I still need to edit. Over the Christmas period I had about 10 videos to edit that I've been recording between when I got back from Poland to when I broke up for Christmas. So I'm still in that process right now and I'm getting them uploaded. And me going to 3 days a week of recordings will massively help me reduce the stress and everything else of having to rush to get videos made and done, ready to go live for the following week. So it gives me a little bit more breathing room and a little bit more chance to make better quality videos. So I'm just about to enter the M6 we'll be at the fuel station real soon. Let's get on there, get the fuel tank full up, and then we can get back to the yard. Alright, that's me fueled up and heading back to the yard. Another successful fuel stop. It's a bit bloody tricky getting out of here when it's busy. Yeah, 214 quid for fuel in AdBlue. Not bad. All good and dandy. Oh, I can't believe how early it is. The thing with starting at 4 AM is, obviously, if you have an easy run, you're done by like midday. So it's now like, well, what do I do for the rest of the day? Obviously, I've got stuff I've got to do, editing wise and whatever. But if someone who doesn't really have a lot to do after work, you know, and it's just literally go to work, come home and chill out, then, you know, I'll be sat around until the missus finishes work at 10 o'clock tonight. So, yeah. Now it's just a chill out time. By the time I get back to the yard, it's going to be nearly 1:30. It's going to take 15 minutes or so, depending on what the traffic's like just up here. But it's going to be 25 past 1 by the time I get back. So by the time I uncouple the trailer, do the walk around checks of the trailer, park the truck up, do the end of day checks on the truck, write everything I need to down in my diary, etc. Yeah, it's going to be near on 2 o'clock by the time I finish, so by the time I get home it's going to be nearly 3, depending on what traffic's like again. Could be 3:30. But yeah, not a bad day at all. And I've had a text message from my agency company saying I'm with these again tomorrow, but they will send my start time over a bit later on. Always gets me worried when they say that, because it's like it's either going to be a late start or a really early start. Really early start I don't mind, obviously, because I can get in, get done and get back. But the late starts annoy me, because then you'd fight in the morning traffic. Choo choo. You fight in the morning traffic around the motorway system. I'm not too sure what the motorways are going to be like around New Year's and Christmas time, but you know, this week between Christmas and New Year, I know a lot of people have time off, other than retail workers and all that, and it's literally just people going out on holiday, going out seeing other members of family, you know, and all that sort of stuff at this time of year. So that's really the only thing that makes the roads more busier. But yesterday and today, I haven't sat in any traffic. Is it because every time I've hit the worst spots for traffic has always been at a good time, or I don't know, maybe. Right then, I'm back at the yard, and that is me done, dusted and signing off. I'm just going over the final bit of paperwork that I've got to fill out at the end of every day. 10, that's fine, 45, which is 9.25. Mileage is done. I've signed it off. That one is that. That's all signed off. Good to go on there. My diary is now filled out. That's all good. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I just need to pack everything away. What's the time? 1:45. So the time is now 1:45. By the time I pack everything away, that can go in there. By the time I pack everything away, it's going to be pretty much 2 o'clock. Paperwork needs to go in the folder along with that one. Number plate also needs to go in there like that. That can go in there like that. Easy to find in a minute. Yeah, so we've had a very easy day. What's it like getting home? Hopefully not too bad. 55 minutes. So by the time I leave here, it's going to be, so it's going to be pretty much 3 o'clock by the time I get home today, which ain't actually too bad. Pen can now go away. Is that everything other than the camera? It is. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's been a bit more of a talky vlog again today, but I hope you don't mind it, because it's just me sharing my experiences with work life, everyday life, and what I experience on the road. I know some places get a bit strict about you putting cameras and everything around your truck, so a lot of the time I do put my camera out sneakily, just because if I get caught, then I don't know if they're going to bollock me or if they allow it, and I don't want to take the risk of potentially even being kicked off site because I'm recording, you know what I mean? So some places you need prior permission and whatnot, so it's one of those things. I'm going to now get my card out, because I don't want to leave that in all night every night, because there's no guarantee I'll be in this truck tomorrow. So that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. There'll be a lot more trucking content, and in the near future, hopefully, I'll be doing some other bits and bobs. I got some things I've got lined up. There's a present I got for Christmas, which I'm really excited to do. That's going to be a whole load of fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because I cannot wait. It's going to be epic, and I mean like really, really epic. Something I've always wanted to do on a smaller scale, to a degree. So yeah, I'm not saying no more until the time comes, but thank you so much. I love you all. Don't forget, leave a like, ding dong the notification bell for all future uploads, and I'll see you all in the next one. Adios, people.